What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing the HG Build Divers Gundam 00 Divers. This is basically just the HG 00 Gundam with some new parts. Not really sure how much is going to be. There's going to be a fair amount of new stuff in here. I actually just reviewed the regular HG Gundam 00 Gundam just a few months ago, really not all that long ago, considering the kit did come out quite a few years ago. It's not crazy old, but it is a really nice base kit, and it's a very cheap kit as well. I think just the regular Gundam 00 Gundam is 1,000 yen. And fortunately, they've been able to keep that same list price for this kit as well, which we'll see just in a minute as we get a look around the box. But some cool box art here. As you can see, it really doesn't look at first glance that different from the just 00 Gundam. But once you do look close, you can see there's the extra fins added on the GN drives here on the shoulder backpack things. Obviously, the head looking a little bit different there, but it's nothing really too drastic overall. So it's just really nice, simple kit that, from my experience, was pretty fun to put together. The articulation is super nice, and it's not like overly detailed, but well, we'll see. It should be a pretty solid kit. One thing that I'm also finding quite interesting is that the number for this kit is 000 in the line, whereas the Magnum, the H2 Magnum, which is actually the first release from Build Divers, was marked 001. It would make sense that this would actually be 002, but for whatever reason it's 000, I guess because it's the 00 Diver or whatever, I don't know, just because it's kind of the main protagonist of the start of the series, but for whatever reason they released this second but marked it as 0. Kind of interesting. The other thing is that the weapons aren't actually really anything new here either. We just have the GN Sword 2. We have got 2 of those. We have a hinge at like the base of the wrist. We have some different hand options. That's very nice. We have GN sabers, which are stored on the back skirt is there, just regular beam sabers, and just a couple action poses and a couple of different kits coming out in the line here. On the opposite side, just a nice image of what the kit is going to look like, all painted up, front and back. Some information here about the Gundam and a little thing about the series, and then the list price, once again, of 1,000 yen. So, opening it up, you can see, first off, a whole bunch of nice clear parts there at the top. Multicolor runner there, probably the A runner. Some more clear parts there, some stickers. This looks like maybe some of our new parts here. I can see the new V fin on there. So it looks like we're going to have some new parts on the legs as well, which is interesting. Some blue parts and polycaps and a few more gray parts. And here we have our manual. So just like with Gundam Build Fighters, we've got the box art here on the top, and then at the bottom here, an illustration of the Gundam and the pilot, and then some more information here if you want to check that out about the Gundam 00 Diver. And then Riko Mikami, I guess, is the pilot. Still haven't watched the first episode yet. I think the second episode just came out as well, so I need to watch that, but I haven't yet at the time of recording this anyway. Here's the customized plan, obviously based on the HG 00 Gundam there. We've got the head unit. I really do like the new head design for this, though. I quite like it kind of without the yellow bit on there. It is a kind of interesting take on that. We got the GN Sword 2, and then it says the GN Beam Saber, and I'm noticing nowhere on here is it showing any Beam Saber like actually in use, because I'm pretty sure this doesn't actually come with the Beam Saber effect parts. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have the effect parts for that. So you've got the sabers, you'll have to use some leftover effect parts from something else. Color guide here, going to be pretty standard, obviously just regular Gundam colors. The blue, yeah, it's pretty much just plain blue for the most part. Red, yellow, gray, and then sensor green. Again, an advertisement for some other kits. Opening it up, we've got our color page there. Here on our parts list, there's a few parts from the A runner that we're not going to use, and then a bunch of parts from the B runner that aren't going to be used, so we'll have a lot of leftover parts there. Not sure how much of that will really be useful. It looks like kind of basically just the parts that we're replacing, like the front skirts, parts for the legs, and maybe a few more things. So I'll let you guys know more about that in the review, of course. The construction is going to go from the body to the head to the arms. Upper body is done. Feet, legs, waist, lower body is done. Back around to our color pages, and the entire body is now done. Onto the thruster, it's calling that, which is kind of just the GN drives. The backpack. And then weapons here. Weapons. Again, no Beam Saber effect part. No Beam Saber effect part. And then here, customized by combining with products sold separately. So yeah, you can use other guns with this, obviously. First up here is our foil sticker sheet for the kit. There's a few things on there, but nothing really too crazy, just kind of what you'd expect for normal high grade, I suppose. PC001 for a pretty large sheet of gray polycaps. Next up, we have runner A, which obviously is from the original 00 Gundam. We've got some red across the bottom, yellow on the side, and then a whole bunch of gray throughout the middle, and then some clear green at the top. Now, this is basically going to look pretty identical to what you would get with just the original 00 Gundam, but in this case, those clear parts were originally just plain clear, not clear green, so in this case, we do actually have them in clear green, which is nice. Runner B is all of our white parts for the kits, and this are just head parts, arm parts, leg parts, a whole bunch of different places around the kit, and this is where we're going to have the most parts left over, parts that we're going to be not using from this runner. And then we're skipping ahead in the alphabet all the way to runner H. Now, the original kit comes with runners A, B, and C. The C runner being the runner of all the blue parts, that runner being completely omitted from this. So if you're wondering if you could make the original just regular 00 Gundam with this kit, no, you cannot. You're missing the C runner entirely. And the other runners in between C and H, I'm guessing probably goes to other things like the 00 riser parts and things like that. Anyway, here on the H runner, we have all of our new parts for the kit here in white. And yeah, there's quite a lot more new, I guess, than I had really noticed before, especially the leg parts. I hadn't really noticed those being different before, so that's pretty interesting. Runner I is some more new parts, all of our blue parts for the kit. So this is basically kind of the equivalent of what we would have had with the original kit on the C runner. So there's parts for the backpack, it looks like parts for the head there as well. Obviously the like kind of over the shoulder GN drives. Runner J, just some new gray parts, looks like probably for the back of the GN drives, maybe one part there for possibly the backpack, and then just our new hands for the kit. And then runner K, just a few more clear green parts. Looks like a new clear jewel for the front of the head, and then new little GN condenser parts there for the side of the head, with the head being kind of entirely different in this case. They had to rework all of the clear parts for that, it seems, maybe with the exception of the eyes. But there we go, that's it. So that's it for the unboxing. Actually, a pretty substantial amount of the kit is new, more than what I was expecting, actually, so that's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I enjoyed building the regular 00 Gundam. It was a really fun, just simple, nice, high-grade kit, and I'm expecting the same from this as well, so that should be interesting to see what all the new parts are going to look like as well. So as always, a huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for providing me with this kit to share with you guys. Do check out the link to their site down below. USA Gundam Store, use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10 and save 10%. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your questions and comments down below. I'm going to enjoy getting this guy snapped up, and then I'll come back with the review for you guys up next. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.